sheer dominance in the post by him so far, just tearing them up when he gets inside.
And getting it to him is the only hard part. Once he has it, he's automatic.
Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half.
You know, the Hawks haven't been an elite team, but they do have the longest active playoff streak in the East. They've been to 7 straight postseasons. And while they haven't advanced very far, still think there's something to be said for getting to the postseason 7 years in a row.
Here's Lowry, following the 3 by Atlanta. Kicks it to DeRozan. Johnson outside. Valanciunas inside, guarded by Horford. No good from Valanciunas. And for the Hawks, with that playoff streak, for a team, Steve, that has missed the playoffs in the 8 seasons prior, that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta has shown consistent winning basketball now over the last 6, 7 years. They've shed some of their marquee players, suffered some big injuries, but they've still found a way to remain competitive.
Toronto calls timeout.
Jeff Teague signed a 4-year, $32 million deal with the Hawks going into last season, and with the departures of some of their other star players, they decided to put the ball in his hands to run their more free-flowing offense, and he delivered in a great way.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
During that break, Dwayne Casey had some words for his team. He said to them, goal number 1 is to drive the lane and put pressure on them inside. That's where he wants their scoring to come from. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Atlanta with the ball, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. That's good. Terrell's got 5 points in the quarter. And Jeff Teague's shooting percentages, Steve, falling quite a bit last season.
Yeah, but he compensated by getting to the free throw line about twice as often. You know, and that's part of expanding your game. You're going to see some improvement in some areas, maybe regression in others, but he's got to just continue to work. He has a chance to be an excellent point guard in this league.
And Toronto has possession after the basket by Atlanta. Johnson dishes to Lowry. Looking to end the run. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Harry's got 5.
Kyle Lowry, an unrestricted free agent this offseason. Last year playing really well in a contract year. The question is, can he maintain that level of play now with this new deal?
Now here's Teague. He's got 7. Millsap passes to Teague. The dish to Korver. Millsap left side. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 6. And Lowry, one of the more underrated players in the NBA, but he's also gotten into it with coaches in the past, too.
Yeah, you know, some locker room concerns, he can rub folks the wrong way, but I tend to always want to give the player the benefit of the doubt in this situation until you know for sure what the issues are. Nothing wrong with a little sandpaper coming from a player that's out there competing.
And here is Teague. And there's the pass to Korver. The feed to Horford. And again, it's Atlanta.
Boy, you can feel the confidence growing right now for this club at the offensive end.
Really an ideal time to have one of these runs after halftime, but before crunch time. They're setting themselves up for a great 4th quarter.
Here's Lowry, following the basket by Al Horford. Lowry kicks to Patterson. On the wing, Johnson. Out to the right wing. Puts it up from 17. It's Lowry again missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
Now here's Teague, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. 18 feet out. cannot hit. And Toronto will come the other way. And Clark, they're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't think the clock is a factor right now, at least not yet. I mean, they don't need to change their pace of play. Keep attacking.
Yeah, I agree. You got to make sure you take your time, but start to be more effective and efficient with each possession, and you got to buckle down defensively.
And Toronto has possession. Jeff Teague able to get his shot to go. Offensive rebound to stop the drought. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Pretty bad defense letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen. They sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Amir Johnson's checked in for Patterson. Terrence Ross comes in for James Johnson. Lou Williams is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Vasquez in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Carroll. He's got 8. Passes it to Bazemore. Another 3 for Atlanta.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Raptors trail by 18. Vasquez kicks to Valanciunas. Lots of room. The shot is off. Atlanta's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Well, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Eldon Brand's checked in for Horford. Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. And Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for DeMar Carroll. Now here is Brand. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Vasquez with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Williams. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. 6 seconds left in the third. There's the triple. Can't get it to go. And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from Jeff Teague.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Great assists like the one we just saw.
Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Sefolosha. Schroeder is out there with Kent Bazemore. And it's Elton Brand. And it's Scott in at the 4-man position.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
And the Raptors with some changes. Johnson comes in for Valanciunas. And it's Lowry in for Vasquez. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Korver's checked in. Brand kicks to Sefolosha. 6 on the shot clock. That one a little long.
Tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because he just can't find the range.
Outside Williams. Back to Lowry. Outside Williams. The baseline jam. Atlanta with the rebound. Brand's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Here's Schroeder. Now here is Sefolosha. Shoots a 3. Ross grabs the board. Raptors trail by 15. Williams dishes to Johnson. Back to Williams. Williams double team. Ross with a wide open look. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Ross has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Toronto. Some changes for Toronto. Valanciunas, who's checked in for Johnson. Patterson comes in for Ross. And it's DeRozan in for Williams. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Al Horford is checked in for Brand. Millsap comes in for Mike Scott. Damari Carroll's checked in for Cephalosha. And it's Teague in for Dennis Schroeder. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Teague, the pass to Korver. Millsap a screen on DeRozan. Korver kicks to Teague. Horford sets a screen for Teague. Throws it up high and out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Well, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Johnson outside. Back to Lowry. Pass to Johnson. Toronto working the ball around now. And Patterson kicks to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Lowry against Teague. The shot by Lowry, no good.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Feeds it to Korver. Millsap a screen on DeRozan. Johnson against Teague. Millsap dishes to Teague. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Hawks lead by 15. The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
Well, Paul Millsap has said he doesn't feel undersized anymore with the way the league is going, but more emphasis now on spreading the floor, so Millsap fits in easier. He can always find somebody to guard.
Here's DeRozan. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. He feeds it to Patterson. Off target from outside.
And for Millsap, frankly, his height has really never been an issue. I mean, this is a guy who was a big-time rebounder throughout his days in college. But even though he's only 6'7", that 7-foot wingspan helps, and he's strong enough to hold his own with most forwards in the league.
Just 5 to shoot. Teague. It's blocked. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
No question, guys, that Millsap can rebound and defend the power forward position with the best of them.
Yeah, you remember he led the NCAA in rebounding all 3 of his seasons at Louisiana Tech, so this guy has a nose for the ball.
Now here's Teague, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. Millsap inside, Patterson on him, and that one's good. Millsap.
And this is what they wanted, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. And I think it can be considered a statement win for Atlanta.
I agree, Steve, and this is a game where the defense, Clark Steele specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created extra possessions for him too, Kevin. Scoring opportunities they cashed in on, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And it's always nice to get win number 1 against an opponent you'll be seeing a total of 4 times over the course of the year. They really set the tone tonight for their season series against the Raptors.
Now Lowry. Jeff Teague missing from long range. He got right to the cup using that screen.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
This is going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
And it's a completely new group for Toronto. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Eldon Brand's checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Damari Carroll. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Teague. Here's Schroeder after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Brand passes to Millsap. Brand kicks to Schroeder. Brand right side. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Some days, Clark, everything goes right.